So I got that on board. I'm gonna start writing some more detail. Like that whole situation. That's for one character. Did that in about five or so minutes. I just got inspired, so I'm like, let me put that down on some paper.
Okay.
So lovely. The folks, I don't want to say the Camino folks are gonna help me push.
Nice packaging.
It is. It's very nice. It was hard to open as a motherfucker one goddamn time. I was pissed as shit.
Yo, real quick, man, I'm gonna go run and grab something to drink. Could you tell Ty what your shirt stands for, real quick?
Please.
Sure. So it means now you fucked up.
Oh, now you fucked up.
Now you fucked up. But X-Men edition. So it's got the Cyclops feel about it.
What's the 69 though?
Why not? Why not?
Why not? Just why not? Why not?
Have fun with it.
Hey, I love it.
Lean into it.
I love it. I love it. I can't tell you how much I love that.
I know. I love it. I love the shirt. I love the shirt. I'm glad I found it. Where was this? This was I found this at the Brooklyn Comic-Con last year. And folks over there, they funny. They got some good shit. They got some good items. Wait, what have you been up to, sir? I have not talked to you in a dragon day.
Oh, it's crazy, right? It has been crazy. Just out here trying to survive, right?
Bruh.
It's like it's already ill enough, that we deal with this crazy person on a daily, and it's just every day that I open up social media, it just be more bad news.
I don't, bruh.
I have disconnected. I've stopped going on Facebook. I've tried to really, because every day. But then my wife always brings it to my attention too. So she'll be like, "If you haven't had a dose, let me give you a little. Let me give you this little. Let me shotgun this for you real quick." Look what he did. Look at this. Look at this. So I'm kind of oh man, I'm over here I'm probably over here contemplating an escape route. That's probably what I'm doing. I mean, you never know. I mean, but I could be here today and gone tomorrow.
Where are you going?
That's the thing about an escape plan. If you don't tell nobody where you going, you just
that's fine. That is fair.
You just escape. That's the best way to escape is to not tell anybody you're leaving.
That is true.
Or when you're leaving, and then you have more of a chance of getting away. I found that to be true. Now, when I am safely where I need to be, then I may disclose my location or or my escape route. But we just talked about last episode having loose lips sink ships, and
that is something that was just recently reinforced in the last week or so. I'm not a yap, huh?
Am I blurry?
Yeah, you are a little bit. Yeah, it's coming back into focus slowly, but sure.
Okay, let me do this. Maybe this.
Okay.
But yeah,
it should.
Go ahead, Kira. Don't forget what you were saying.
Sorry, Kira.
No, you're good. I'm not a yapper, and for whatever reason, my lips have been fucking flying this last week. I don't know what that is on about, but it's very. I listen to myself and all the conversations that I've had, and I'm like, ooh, shut the fuck up, bitch. Bitch,
it sounds like that's your alternative.
Kira, you know what that tells me? That tells me that you have been filled up with so much that it needed to come out, so it's overflowing.
It is.
Sometimes when you're that type of friend and you're that type of person, you become a hub for everybody's problems and issues and everything like that. And the more and more you lean into being who you are truly, it becomes a weight and a heavy weight at that. And then so involuntarily things come out because there's no more room for them inside. So that's where you gotta that's why you got to decompress in a different way. You got to
Yeah.
go and figure out a different way to decompress. You got to go bury the skeletons in your own grave site and don't tell nobody where they buried, and just let them be buried and stay buried. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because otherwise you will be out here, you know, like Vince on a 5-screener day, with loose, with loose lips. Same thing.
Yo, I didn't do nothing wrong. Okay,
I did it. You did it.
I exposed it to our audience too early.
Yes.
That is all debatable. That's debatable as well, because even you would say if I was Emergency Awesome or somebody else, then the day this shit came out, then all of my content about Mighty Nine would have been out, and it would. Well, no, that's not. I would have fucked up the embargo.
Yeah,
I would have fucked up the embargo.
See, the thing about it is, what you did, Vince, and I'm not even trying to like fluff you. I'm telling you some real shit. You gave a master class on how to run an interview. That was a master class. No, seriously, because what you were able to do was you were able to have everybody just throw their guards to the side. They were not guarded in any way, shape, or form. Old girl, when you say give me one word to describe it, she said penis. 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 Yeah, like that was the that's very telling. Very telling what her mind dwells. But it's all good. But the fact that you were able to garner 14 minutes in terms of length, even though you were supposed to have 10, tells me that not only were you doing what you were supposed to be doing, but the moderator had a level of appreciation for what you were doing.
Yeah, I was about to say that, because let me jump on that point real quick.
Yeah.
You all witnessed the first interview, and she jumped in. She was like, no, hold up, bro. You out of time, bro.
Yeah.
Second time, I got 13 minutes and like 50 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
And the same moderator's there. So what does that say to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, either I ain't tripping, or I'm distracted, or he's good for it. You know what I'm saying? But I still would not try to take advantage of that. I'm interested in the last few things I said, because I can't remember, frankly. I don't know if y'all wouldn't mind if I showed it, because I know this will air tomorrow, so you don't have to watch it. But I also don't want to spoil it for y'all either. So I think maybe we'll just save it for the finale. Maybe next week we'll show the rest of the interview.
Nah, but from what I saw in the interview, like I said, I think it was a master class in how to interview, and also just like your questions were really like you the way you asked them. Like, there's times where I get a little nervous, and when in the middle of a question, and then it kind of like throws you off. You know what I'm talking about? Where you and then you have to come back to your question. But you were kind of like really, just really relaxed. You had a really relaxed in comedian mode. Like, some of the references you made where you was like, it was like Lord of the Rings meets Pee-wee's. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I almost feel like the dude from Texas in the first interview. Yeah, he was the dude that you and I could hang out with. I feel like he was saying shit.
Yeah,
his voice also.
Oh. Yeah, it got you. It got you. It was. I like all of that. Yeah. Oh boy, in the beginning. Let me see if I could do this in a manner that lets us still see us on the screen. But yeah, I wrote that down, Ty. Like the part about, I literally wrote it down. I wrote, this reminded me. It felt like going from Lord of the Rings to Big Top Pee-wee. I literally wrote that down, because that's what it felt like. But I think the difference in my approach is just that I literally, as a dude who stands in front of crowds and tries to make jokes, I take the same. It's like my pops taught me, he's like, for the best presentations, have a really good intro, a really good outro, and not much time in between. You know what I'm saying? So I as a comedian, as a dude who works in the realm of stand-up comedy, I know that I got to get my rule for myself is I need my first laugh within the first 30 seconds of me being on stage. Like, I got to get, because the crowd wants to know if they can trust you with their attention. You know what I'm saying? Should I pay this dude any attention? Should I turn my back? Should I go on my phone? You need to know within the first 30 seconds of me being on stage whether or not I'm worthy of your attention. I shouldn't have to dig out of a hole. Once I've got it, it's my job to keep it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I ride the energy waves. And I don't know if you noticed, but I would like key. But I have a quick follow-up. Something serious. Key. But quick follow-up. Something, you know what I'm saying? That's my whole way. It's like break the ice, get a good answer, make a moment, break the ice, get a good answer. You know what I'm saying? And so that was my whole vibe. And like I said, I went in there with a plan. And I can't tell you how geeked I was when I saw the young lady who said penis.
Yeah.
when I did my recon and I was doing the research, and like almost all of the interviews she was saying, she kept saying penis. Like I knew she was gonna do. I didn't know, but she. That's why I was like, the first thing you did was have to do with a sex toy. I gotta let you know this is a safe space. You can talk about that shit on here. Like say penis. This ain't. I'm not gonna report this back to the monastery. Like this is. I want to hear about this. You know what I'm saying? So that was the whole objective. But here's the thing. Here's what we all know. That is not possible if I didn't like the content, right?
Yeah.
If we didn't like the content, we can't. It's
100%.
so much more difficult.
Which is
an interview like this.
Which is exactly how I interviewed this last time around. The only interview that you'll see that I actually enjoyed was the interview that with Asher himself and the showrunner. I actually enjoyed that, but the rest of that, like when I tried to interview Achillia, which is the new black gladiatrix that they added to this new season of Spartacus. When I tried to interview her, it felt like I was like,
stiff?
Huh?
Was it stiff?
Like I tried to ask her like what obstacles like she was facing as a black, you know what I'm saying, like a black woman into a space like this of men, and then she hit me with there's a lot of obstacles. There's all kinds of obstacles. And then it was like
she sidestepped it.
Yeah, it's like she sidestepped, and so when I tried to kind of like hit her again, it was like I was like, so what was I asked her a question, like I said, what was your physical regimen like getting prepared for a role such as Achillia, where you have to play such a demanding something that will have such a demanding toll on your body. And then she was like, well, there's obstacles. There's always obstacles. Like, and I was like, all right, we're doing this again.
Yeah, but that's answer the question.
Yeah,
girl. Like, it's okay to answer that question.
And so I kind of lost. Yeah, after that, I think I was like, I ended the interview probably. I was like, yeah, all right. So yeah,
you know what?
Nice.
Ty, do you know what's the hardest thing for me with these interviews?
What?
Is reading in the email where it says, "Don't ask personal questions." You know what I'm saying? It says stick with content that's involved in the project. And I mean, you can kind of understand that, number one, because that's not what they signed up for. They're just here to promote the show, and that's probably what they use as a plot. Look, they're not going to ask you anything personal, just going to ask them about the show. You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of the things that they say to get them in the junket. But also, it's just like sometimes, like with Ashley, I literally was trying so hard to thread that needle, because it was technically a personal question. It's a personal question. Like, did you do D&D growing up? Did you like it? Did you think it was weird? Like, but fortunately, since it ties into Mighty Nine, it comes across like it's tied into it. But that, I mean, when Kira, you interviewed a lot of the cast of The Running Man. Like, did you find any of these same obstacles?
No. I wanted to ask so many personal questions, but the only thing, the way that I kind of massaged something that wasn't necessarily in the realm of the movie was the little quick joke that I did about Storm. because
Ah.
she's supposed to be in the running to play Storm in the live action MCU. And so I'm like, all right,
She
how
was
the
like, I
hell?
see what you did there.
Yeah,
I thought,
I'm
I
yeah.
see
like,
what you
now
did there, girl.
we gonna talk about this. We gonna put this in the ether.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely not.
yes.
Like, man,
Right.
Storm, you and Storm, do we see
Yes.
how this character can pull in to that whole situation? We see that you can do it. You only got a little quick peek. So how the hell do I get that in there?
Right.
Her character, Storm. There's a storm brewing in there. There's just something underneath the tide about this character. And something told me that she was not going to be in this movie for very long, and I'm mad about that. So I'm like, all right, how do I get more of her character? How do I get her to talk about more of the character that she probably got like 5 minutes in the movie in? So that was the layers thing, and she fed into it, which I was really lucky about. With Daniel Ezra, he actually pulled some of his own personal stuff on his own. In the, well, not super personal, but made put personal touches in his answer, as far as like them talking about his character in the movie, whether they felt like this was going to be something that played into the white hope trope. So it was easy for him to touch a little bit about his experiences. They're good. Them people are good. I don't know what kind of media training that they had, but they handled it a lot better, just comparatively to Ty, a lot better than what this old chick over there was doing. Like, girl, you don't know how to spin this into a positive? I know how to spin that into a positive. What were some of the physical challenges that you ran into when doing this role? Well, you know what? I looked at my character and I felt like she could do anything, and in a space like this where it's very male dominated, bitch, you ain't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, Todd, do you get the sense that sometimes they annoyed at the process? Like,
well, I don't. She's like the first. Like, honestly, it may have been more me. And again, and the reason I said that is because you led with it. Got to be a project you're into. And
yes.
After I watched the first 5 episodes,
right,
I wasn't into it. I wasn't into it. First of all, I spoke to Aunt, and I told Aunt before I even went in, I said, yo, Aunt, if I was being 100, this shit is trash. This shit ain't gonna have a second. This shit ain't gonna have a season 2. I said it's not gonna have a season 2. And then I started talking about, as a black man, watching this black woman get her ass whooped by a bunch of men and possibly raped and all of this kind of other stuff like that. I was like, yo, this doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to watch. And then he was like, well, yo, you should tap into this. And the whole interview process leading up to it, I was determining whether or not I even wanted to expend the energy in conversation about this, because as I got closer to that point, I was like, let me dumb it down. Let me not. I started questioning whether or not I was interested in the answer. And I think by the time I got there, I wasn't. And I had already done an interview with 2 white women before, and I can't even tell you their names. But one of them used to be on SG1 Stargate. So I did remember her character, but I didn't remember her name. But I did remember her character on the show. But I had that first interview was cool. They had the energy. They both were, very open in their responses. And then I got to old girl, and then I asked her, about the men, and just being in that arena. And then it was kind of that. And then I asked her again about the physical toll, and then she was like, well, everything's an obstacle. And then she mentioned that she had a martial arts background and everything like that. And it was kind of really like a short. You'll see.
Do you think that she didn't like the role either?
Well, this is the thing. she was familiar with the showrunner because she had done a show called Jupiter's
Ascension.
Ascending, which was like the
it was a bootleg version of like like Invincible.
Of Invincible.
Yeah.
They had an Omni-Man, and they had
it was and old boy. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so she played in that, and the showrunner was the same guy who did that. The showrunner, mind you, is the same showrunner who we were just talking about Smallville. He was the showrunner for Smallville. He was the showrunner for Jupiter's Landing. He was the showrunner for another really good show that we watched, the Daredevil, the one that the original one on Netflix. So he was like, he had a lot of good projects that he had worked on. So and he was
correct the record. I think I said Jupiter's Ascending.
It's Jupiter's Legacy.
It's Jupiter's
right?
Legacy. Yeah, let me correct that because I think there is. I confused it with the movie with Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum.
Yeah. So it was but so she's worked with him before, and I asked him a question at the end of the interview. That was my I asked him when he wrote the part of Achilea, did he have her in mind to play the part? And he said no. He said I had, she auditioned for the part and got the part, and I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But it just if you ever want to watch those episodes, I'll be glad to show them to you. But it's just for me, it just didn't hit. Now it may hit for the populace because the Spartacus like family and the people that watch Spartacus, they're cult fans. They're cult fans. So that the idea of this coming back with a character that was in the original show in Asher, and there's a level of familiarity with him. I think a lot of people will watch it, and it's a lot of sex and it's a lot of nudity. And if you're a woman, you're gonna love it because there's just a lot of stuff to see. And if you're no, I'm just saying it's a lot of stuff. I'm just saying it's a lot of stuff to see for women. Women, and that's been typical for a lot of the show lately. It has.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm gonna let you know. I don't really. A dick's a dick to me. I mean, unless you putting. I mean,
you'll love 28 years later.
28 years later, because then you will realize that there are tears. There are tears of penis, and it's you
thought the zombies were the monsters. It turns out that's not the case.
That is more scarier than anything.
Oh my God!
I can't disagree.
All right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway,
okay, let me ask you this, Todd. Can I ask you something?
What's that?
Is there a possibility that she could tell that you weren't into it? Like, is there any way?
No.
That you okay? I'm not. No. Okay.
No. There was no way for her to tell, as it was no way for any of them to tell, because I present myself in a certain way. So it was, everything was on my end was polite, was like, I even brought the beach. My background this time was like, I be doing my backgrounds, and my background this time was a beach with the water moving. So it was an active like John. And so when I came in,
you got the water to move on your background?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, but
so I brought the beach storm. So they talked about that. They was like, oh my gosh, I was like, yo, seems like you had to be. I was like, I had to bring peace to the, I had to bring some peace down here. Y'all so violent and treacherous over here in Capua that I had to be like, yo, we bring some beach life. Y'all need some sunshine over there. It's so dark. So like my energy was still there. I just read the room also. Like when that, like when she with her first response to the first question, like it was like, all right, I don't really want to answer these type of questions. Like, so, you know, there are people like when I did the Power interview, like dang, what's old girl's name? She plays Shanti, the showstopper. She led it. I asked her a question about where she lived and where she how does it differ from, you know, Chicago, and what did she, you know, take for, and then she basically went right there. She was like, well, the first thing I picked up on it is the red line. And then that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, she went right into it, and then she even went deeper when I asked her about you know, what it was about the character that she could reflect, like with similarities in herself and the character, if any. And she basically said, well, you know, one of the things that, you know, stood out to her was, here's this white boy coming into the Chicago trying to run and I had a, you know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, here's the kicker. She's married to a white man. That was the kicker for me. Like, when I was like, oh, okay. This girl is like, oh, so I was like,
you act like, you know, what I'm saying, we don't have within our circle like cool ass white folks. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that constant. Let me finish the sentence. Let me finish.
You already going in the wrong.
Hold on. Let me finish. That constantly down white people. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're literally they like some of our panelists, like their husband be right behind them, and he'd be like, these hooligans. You know what I'm saying?
You better make sure you
like there's a universe where that type of
yes,
energy exists.
Yes, I understand all of that. But I was just saying in terms of, if you see how she plays the character, as well as the like her level of awareness, because that wasn't even where I was trying to go with the question. So that was just her in that moment feeling like, oh, let me go ahead and apply this to that question, because the question was more about School of Arts that she went to in Chicago. It wasn't about, you know, like, so that was more where, because I had done my research and known that she had went to Chicago School of Arts in terms of her acting and everything like that. So I was trying to really figure that part, but she, you know, kind of went right into the race element, and I was like, oh, okay. And that was, I was just, it threw me off a little bit, because I had also done my research and realized that she had just married a white man. So I was just, like, that's why I was like, yeah. So yes, it could happen in terms of somebody that I know, but as a stranger, no, it was a little bit enlightening. But more in terms of this particular interview with the Spartacus cast, she wasn't really willing to lean into that, and that could be because she she doesn't have a lot of projects on her IMDb, so this could be like something that she needs and doesn't want to alienate herself in any way, shape, or form from possible future roles in the same type of space. So I could tell that these questions, she was not about to get into those type of questions. So that's when I really just pivoted.
Or she could be a Candace Owens type. You know what I'm saying? We never know, and that would be her right. I'm not saying that she is. I'm just saying, like, the options are endless. You know, yes. Maybe she was over it. Maybe by that time of day, she just was like, look, man, everybody's gonna get this end of day energy. You know, I mean, it could be all of it. It sounds to me a little more evasive, because look, Danielle Brooks, I believe is her name.
Yes. Yes.
She hasn't done a whole wealth of things, but she said, hey, brother, ask your question. You know what I'm saying? You know, and she's like, I'm the only black woman on the whole cast, and she steps into it relentlessly because that's what she wears. Maybe, you know, her and other folks, like, you know, like folks that I've interviewed in the past, they're just not, they want to wear that in private for some reason. They look at it as a liability. You know, they don't want Disney to look at them and be like, oh, we don't want our emperor to call us and tell us to shut down because this one on our staff said the wrong thing.
Possible.
You know?
Yeah, it's possible.
But I say that to move this along because I know we at some point in time we're gonna get hungry. And you said that you had the opportunity to see Robin Hood.
Yes.
So we get the fun of being able to share this with Kira as well as our audience, because this is something that I think even you got hit out the blue with, if I ain't mistaken, right?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I kind of got hit out the blue with it from you. You told me about it. I had saw the thing about it, the flyer about it. And when I saw that, I didn't really get excited because hey, you seen one Robin Hood movie, you seen them all.
Exactly. Literally, Kira, that's what I was saying to my wife. Like my wife was like, Robin Hood. And I was like, Robin Hood. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, so what? Robin Hood.
You're not reinventing the wheel over here. What's about this?
I'm like, Robin Hood again. I mean, and I'm consistent. I said the same thing about Michael Jackson, and I know you disagree with me on that.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, again, I'm consistent. And somebody, my wife was like, well, they keep redoing Spider-Man. And I was like, all right, now hold up.
You're going too far.
All of a sudden,
I'm going too far. Stop playing.
Let me slide that goalpost a little bit. Hold on, wait a minute.
We get a different version every time. Right? They don't even give me that. Okay, now we got Mary Jane the first one, and we got Emma Watson. Emma in the second one. And so anyway, but I told Ty Kira about it because we always share like shows that we recommend. And I'm not, evidently my recommendation is not normally as well, and I can't take credit for this one either because I was coaxed into watching this. But I mean it's cool. Now Ty and I are also fans of a show called The Kingdom. It's Kingdom.
What
with Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
Oh yes, yeah.
Kingdom, right?
That was
is that all it's called?
Kingdom. It was not called Kingdom.
What was it called? It was called something.
It was called.
I am Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
Son of Uhtred. Uhtred of Bebbanbar.
Yo, Uhtred of Bebbanbar.
Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
I am Uhtred, son of Uhtred. I want to say it's The Kingdom, bro. I think it might. No, it's not The Kingdom.
The last
kingdom.
Yo, Uhtred, son of Uhtred. The dude pull up with an 18-pack, hair down to his back, chiseled with the goatee, got all the women, but he's half Dane, but he's Dane, but he's raised as a Saxon, right? So
because he's Saxon, raised as a Dane.
Remember he's Saxon raised as a Dane. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Okay. So the Danes are pagans and the Saxons are Christians.
Right.
So he don't believe in none. He's just like, man, what? Just give me I just want to fight. I'm just here to fight, man. I'm just here to fight and find some women to. I mean, well, he actually didn't like. Anyway, that type of shit is medieval shit. So that's not running right now. We ain't had nothing medieval wise. I haven't since like the dragon.
We had the spinoff. That was after the Last Kingdom, which was the spinoff of Vikings.
Oh yeah, Vikings.
The other Vikings joint that came out.
The next generation of Vikings.
The next generation of Vikings.
But other than that, so this is in that realm. So this is when it get interesting. So we watching, and I'm not really as amused. My wife is like, oh, and I was like, okay, and then she's like, do you know what's gonna happen? I'm like, yes. She's like, how do you know? I was like, because it's Robin Hood. She's like, well, so, and this is when I learned that she hasn't been exposed to Robin Hood. I was like, you don't know Robin Hood?
Oh.
And she's like, no, everybody has. I was like, none of it. Not Disney Fox. She's like, Robin Hood was a fox. I was like, what? Now, let me preface it by saying my wife was also raised overseas. All right, she grew up under parents who worked for the UN, So she's lived everywhere from Syria to the Ivory Coast to Mozambique to Jerusalem to and she did end up around middle school, end up here in Florida where I am now.
But the lore of Robin Hood is quite European.
Right. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I was wrong. So like I'm not spoiling anything by saying that there may be a Little John in this Robin Hood, right? Yeah. Because you expect a Little John. I say, yo, there's Little John. She's like, oh, you spoiling it. It's Robin Hood. Of course, it's a Little John. Like what? Like
well, there are some. Yes, there all of the components of a Robin Hood movie or TV show are still present, but there are some slight changes and slight additions that add different elements to the storyline. Like in typical Robin Hood stories, we never met Robin Hood's parents. We never understood that he learned from his father what he learned. We just meet Robin. Robin is doing what he's doing, and then the story just picks up from there most of the time. This one is and this is all from the first episode. This one is very well written and very well acted. Do you remember the guy who used to play in the series called Sleepy Hollow?
Ichabod Crane?
Yeah. Ichabod Crane. That's Robin Hood dad.
That is Robin Hood. That is the guy who plays English actor. He's always had the same voice in all of his. He does not.
Lieutenant, we must. The Sleepy Hollow arrives tonight, Lieutenant.
Yes. On the morrow, we must ride until dawn.
Yes. He's still in that very much space in that space. But
he's that guy, yeah.
He is Robin's father. And then you have Robin's mother, and then you have,
mind you, his name's not Robin, it's Robert.
It's Robert. Yes, his name is Robert. He's a junior. By the way, he is. So the whole thing, the thing about it was when as I'm watching this story kind of unfold, the roles of people in the story are not necessarily how you remember them. For instance, the sheriff from Nottingham, he is a noble, as he is in all the stories, but this one is not necessarily an unfair individual from what I saw in the first episode. If anything, I would say that he's an honorable man in terms of what his status is and what he's responsible for. So it kind of already you're kind of thrown off a little bit because, in all of the Robin Hood stories that I've seen, the sheriff of Nottingham has always been an asshole.
Correct.
He's never been a nice guy. He's never been a guy that you could come to and get treated fairly. So that's an element. Plus, the sheriff of Nottingham in this story has a daughter, which is another element that has been added to the storyline that was not there before.
We have a question. Is the sheriff of Nottingham the same age as Robert's parents?
No.
Older.
No. He's probably older.
He's older. Yeah, he's older.
He's older. Who is also, that is another aspect of the show that is interesting. The sheriff of Nottingham is played by none other than Ned Stark.
Yes.
Sean
Bean. So he's like he's reprising his role a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You kind of feel. I think that's what drew my wife in because she never really recovered from Ned's death in Game of Thrones.
That was a key. Yeah.
Yeah. So now with Ned being in this, it kind of makes people feel like, oh snap, he's back. And he plays essentially. No, he's not playing the same role.
No, he does. He essentially plays the same.
Because Ned was a nobleman, and you know what I'm saying, and he had like a whole bunch of kids, and he was a Stark, and he wasn't out there trying to. You're on the first
episode. That's just what I described. He's a nobleman with a child who is an honorable individual from at least the first episode. I don't know how quickly that changes, But I'm saying from the first episode, which is all that I can attest to, he seems like a noble and honorable individual. Regardless of outcomes, he, like, when it came down to Robert's dad coming and pleading for his land, he told him, look, when we took over, when we conquered y'all, all y'all shit that belong to y'all ceased to belong to y'all. But I'm not gonna just have you out here just butt naked. like what I'll do is I'll offer you a job where you work for us, and I'll appoint you a title of Earl. And that's and although it was a demotion, it was still something. He could have told him, look, we took y'all shit and y'all got to get over it. Now you got to move. Now y'all just got to go. And I better not see you again. He could have been on that type of time, which would have been indicative of the same type of sheriff of Nottingham we're used to. So he didn't do that. So that's what I'm telling you. That's where the honorable Ned Stark role comes in, where you're just like, that was one of the biggest foundational pieces of Ned Stark. Ned Stark was an honorable man. At the end of the day, that is why the king wanted him to be his hand, because that man had held true honor and loyalty. So yes, that's the comparison.
All right.
Well,
listen.
Not to mention, this is going to come back to bite him in the ass too. Letting the family stay around when he probably should have just kicked him off the land. Now he's helping the father of his future enemy potentially come back and whoop his ass.
You know, I would very much love to revisit this after we're all caught up, so we can all look at it from a wide lens. But you definitely are accurate about the way he's described in the first one. But the big thing that I think that is the takeaway, as far as I'm concerned, with the Robin Hood, is that I have never really truly seen like what this is, which essentially is a Robin Hood origin story, right? We get the Kevin Costner version and the Taron Egerton version, and you kind of see what makes them angry to have a bunch of big moments, but they're kind of already, Kevin Costner starts off with the arrows, in this one, they show you kind of how he learns how to shoot and shit like that. So for that reason, I think it's cool. But I just don't have the same hype about it, because I'm kind of like, I know I got an idea what's going to happen, or at least who we're going to meet. So I'm just curious as to how it's played out. But I mean, it ain't bad. I would recommend it for anybody who's into the medieval stuff. Ty, what you
I would 100% recommend it. I told you I'm excited. Like, after watching the first episode, I cannot go back. I cannot wait to go back and watch the other 3 episodes that it's already put out. It's a really good show. And I don't know that this hasn't been done, because I haven't watched every Robin Hood that they've done. I can't sit here and say that. So I know that they have had other Robin Hood series that have dropped.
Yeah, you're right.
Prior to this. So I don't know if
you think they might have explored that before?
It could have been the approach. I don't know. However, I do like the mystical element that they also added to this Robin Hood, which which also was not present in the other Robin Hoods. There is a mystical presence that they added that alludes that there is magic in this world, and that is something that I don't think I've ever seen present in any of the Robin Hoods that I've seen. Now, if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. But that is one element that I also thought was interesting that they added to this one. And the fact that Robin is not just a Saxon, but he is a Norman. He's half Norman and half Saxon. His mother is a Norman. his mother is a Norman, his father is a Saxon, and which is why his mother teaches him French throughout the ordeal, and he's learned to speak French as well as his native tongue of whatever Saxons are. So
It
which
is,
are English
English.
I believe.
do you recall Robin Hood being thrust into a Saxon Norman timeline storyline? As far as I remember, it was always just the king, it was Locksley, and it was Sherwood Forest. I don't recall all the Saxon and all of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was always present. Because the King William is known as King William the Lionhearted. And it was always, if you even read the book, if you even read the book Robin Hood, it was very, very much talked about the Norman and Saxon relationship. The Normans have always been the French, the Saxons have always been the English. One storyline in particular had made Marion transferring information to the
was it the French?
The French.
Yeah.
In one of the movies, she was like responsible for getting this letter to William, but he was on the French side. He was on their side, and she, like, not on their side, but on their land. And she had to get a message to the so that this has been spoken about a lot in terms of.
Okay, I didn't pay attention to that, evidently.
Yeah, it was never like something to fixate on, but I think in this they are speaking to it in a up close personal kind of manner, because you see the disdain between the Normans and the Saxons from the very jump, from the very onset, with Locksley coming and trying to say, hey, you took our lands, but you gave some of the lands back to some Saxons, and he's like, nah, yo, only reason we gave them land is because they accepted our Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know history, I believe the Pope was in France before he was in England. Am I not
yeah
right?
Or Italy? You mean Italy?
Well, I mean in terms of Christianity, I believe that
the Pope isn't Christian.
Catholic, whichever.
Catholic, whatever. In terms of Catholicism, I think the French adopted Catholicism before the English did. The English were Crusaders, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
Which was still, I feel like, under the church's guys.
Yeah, it's
different
but
sides of one.
Yeah, but yes. So yeah,
all right. Well, let me ask y'all this. When I said, hey, Robin Hood, we've seen Robin Hood. We all basically agreed that Robin Hood is a thing already. So out of all the Robin Hoods that y'all have been exposed to, which one is the best, or which one is your favorite? Whichever one you feel more comfortable answering.
Disney.
The Disney. Oh, dang! You didn't even give me time to put the music up.
Hey,
Disney. Sorry, Disney.
Where is it?
Oh, with the fox.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Robin Hood living on, walking through the forest.
Yo, Friar Tuck was drunk.
Was he a mole? Was he like a mole or something?
Yes.
Drinking.
Yeah. Robin Hood. And then there was the big bear. Wasn't there a bear? Wasn't a bear like big
No, he was Little John.
Little John. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah. I had to stop myself from singing Bare Necessities. Remember the king?
What a day!
No, you get him along with the king.
Oh, the lion.
The Lion King. Yeah, the original Lion King. You know what I'm saying? But no, there you go. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's all right. All right. That's cool. That's cool. My favorite Robin Hood of all time is Robin Hood Men in Tights.
That's my second.
With Carrie Ells.
Yeah.
and I believe Dave Chappelle before he started having the controversy. Yeah, man. That's my favorite one, man. We didn't land on Sherwood Forest. Sherwood Forest landed on us. Yeah, man. Come on, man. Remember, this is a yeah.
Of all the scenes,
it's Robin Hood Men in Tights. The blind dude, he was. I think man. Yeah. This then there's this one, of course. I guess this is
probably that's my favorite. That's my hands down. To me, it just, the cast was just impeccable. You had Morgan Freeman, you had Christian Slater, you had my man Alan Rickman as the sheriff of Nottingham. You had Michael Wincott, guy of Gisborne. You had Mary Elizabeth. I didn't even know her last name, but
Antonio.
And she was hot at the time because she had just did. I think
yes.
The Abyss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they like it was a man. That's to me. And then look, the one thing I think that separates that movie in particular was the soundtrack. The soundtrack,
yeah.
I mean, listen, we can't discount it. That song won all type of awards.
Tell me what I'm looking for.
And to this day.
Remember the video? I just watched it the other day. It's like the videos where they pan in on you.
Yeah.
Tell me what I'm looking for. And then they're looking all sad and stuff. And then the hands in the pockets.
Yeah.
And then the drums in the back. Just sad. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was one of the movies where the soundtrack drove people to see the movie.
Yes.
Like Gangsta's Paradise did for
Higher Learning.
No, it wasn't Higher Learning. It was
it was 187.
No.
Coolio. What is that? What school? I mean, what movie was that?
Gangsta's Paradise.
That was a song.
Gangsta's Paradise was the song.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I guess you're gonna have to look it up.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sitting there trying to act like about it, but I am.
Yes, that was back when movies had soundtracks that would drive. Like, look. I mean, Soul Food.
Mm-hmm.
Like Soul Food had multiple songs.
Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah, Waiting to Exhale. The Titanic.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Man, we can do this all day.
Go Ninja, go.
Robin Hood with Kevin Costner, Prince of Thieves, had one of the most iconic tracks. Like,
that song went hard.
Yeah, that went so hard, man. And
I would also throw Batman Forever with Seals, Kiss Rose.
Man. Oh,
baby, if I could bring you to a kiss from the rose on to this day, I love that song, but I have no idea what that shit means, bro. What does that mean? Kissed by a rose on the grave. Help me.
I mean, you have to be sealed to know.
But that shit went quadruple platinum. I'm assuming it's beautiful to listen to, and the video had all you wanted to see in it. You know, you get the Nicole Kidman, Val Kilmer. You know, it went hard, man. But I still put this one up there, man.
Oh my god!
Come on, man. Bro, come on, they did a whole song.
In Tights, but I like. I just can't put it past. You can't.
Come on, dog.
I'll put
Come on, man.
Up there with my brain part.
Dog, bruh. My dog. But my dog. Yeah. All right. I can't. You know what? Yeah. It's probably. You know what? Yeah, man. Well, I think I'm gonna save my Star Wars rant for next week. On the way out though, because I feel like the vibes is vibing. At least can we because Stranger Things does. Oh damn, you know what? And I ain't caught up on One Punch Man. But you said it's a filler episode.
Oh yeah, it was a filler episode for sure.
You should watch One Punch Man with us, Kira.
I've been here. I haven't. So full disclosure, I haven't finished all of season 1.
Oh.
I understand. I know. I've been trying to catch up recently. All right. I know it's good shit. However, on the other side of that, I've been hearing season 3 ain't good tits.
Yeah, it's really not. You're right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't hate it. Yo, I didn't see the last episode though.
Well, to have a series called One. To have a series called
that's the problem with it. It's not about
To have a series called One Punch Man, and you don't see One Punch Man doing nothing for the first 4 episodes.
Like explain it.
Like literally he's just chilling at home playing video games and eating. He's not in any type of altercations. And then when you do see him for an altercation, it's so brief that it's like
but he's One Punch Man, like
but the one
punch, what can you do with that?
All right, well let's be very clear. The One Punch is a technique that he uses when he fights, the ultimates, and it's a setup that goes into the One Punch and everything like that. Any other interactions is just him, like testing you, seeing if you are. Yeah,
I mean, but I'm sure I'm assuming I'm assuming you're probably familiar with the concept, even though you haven't seen season 1 yet, though, Kira.
Oh no! I'm almost done. I've seen the majority of it. I'm almost up to 2, so I know the premise.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think that the horror of not being able to know your true strength, because every time you fight somebody, they die or they're defeated so quickly is such a funny concept. But I think it's limited, right? Because
you can't fight. You can't have your main character right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna win every fight. You know what I'm saying?
You never have anybody that can stand up to him, and that's kind of like a lopsided. It starts to instead of it becoming a hero thing, it starts to becoming a bully thing. Like it's like, all right, well, like if you never have anybody that can stand up to the One Punch, these fights are gonna be too exciting. Like, it's gonna be like, all right, so it becomes a bona fide. All right, I'll let you hit me until I get tired of you hitting me, and then
yeah. I mean,
Mike Tyson in the 90s.
Yeah, pretty much.
But here's the kicker. Like, I just read some say that there's fans they want to boycott Bandai Namco. It's so bad. Like I mean, obviously this is clickbait, so I can't speak to any validity to this type of article or this type of post, because I know the difference between a headline, a post, and an article. And this is just a post that speaks to fans wanting to boycott Namco. Let me read it. We waited.
Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I'm sure people are pissed off and they want to make a name for themselves, but that's like, relax, y'all.
Of
Bandai Namco you're gonna boycott. You know how much anime you not watching? You know how much Power Ranger shit you are not fucking watching? Relax.
Yes.
Yo, this is honestly why they need to stop allowing us to get the sub versions and just wait to the dub versions. Like,
Oh, wow.
it's sad. It's sad that I got to do it like that. But yeah, well, this is what happens when you give too many people spaces. Because typically in the history of One Punch Man, we didn't usually get them until it was the dub version. Sub versions usually are on Crunchyroll.
Not supporting.
Are usually on Crunchyroll. Now it's on Hulu, and now there's all of this One Punch Man hate. And that's why I'm like, damn, like, where is this really stemming from? I'm curious to find out who's really hating on this. Is it the core? Is it the core, or is it the newfound
Fringe?
That have just jumped on the bandwagon this last go around.
Well, listen, I can't speak to the. Oh, sorry, Kira, go ahead.
No, there was one of the posts that were talking about the actual shit people need to be pissed off about Bandai. Y'all ain't mad with them flooding the market. Y'all ain't mad with them suppressing shit. Like, y'all fucking relax with your shit, with your bullshit. Instead of y'all need to be boycotting the other anime studios that are out here, having people sleeping in cots in the goddamn animation building, not seeing their families for months at a time, putting people on NDAs, or getting them like, relax. Y'all mad because the animation is bad? Welcome to the 90s, boo. Welcome to the 80s. What are you talking about? Welcome.
They doing
I need to relax. Y'all just got here. Please struggle.
Like, welcome to the struggle. Like, this is what all right. But yeah, well, on that note, I don't know if I can say watch it then. I don't know about all that, but
watch it so you can complain about something after it's dead and gone.
Season 1 and 2 are good.
Yes.
I'll say that. Season 1 and 2 are good.
Yeah.
I still don't hate this season, honestly. You just have to go into it knowing that it's not about.
It's more about Gal-Rao.
You go into it knowing it ain't about the main character, then you all right. But I mean, I think for those, it's just hard to accept. Are y'all going to watch Stranger Things this week?
No.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Why you say no, Kira?
I'm bored, bro. Like, I'm already bored. I'm not invested in these adult kids no more. It's not. I'm not. I mean, no. Like, all right. So here's what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna have Ty tell me what the fuck happened.
Yo, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's not. So
I'm curious, but I don't want to invest my time.
I don't think that Kira is in the minority. I think that there are a lot of people streaming enough.
Well, I'm not one of them. This is supposed to be the last season, so I mean,
correct.
I mean,
yeah,
I'll catch the memes.
Oh, look! I'm glad I saw this though, because they're doing that thing where they're going to release some of it, then the rest of it, and then they're going to release probably like half of it, and then the other half of it. And then one finale, then a finale on New Year's Eve. So,
I think this is gonna be a lot better than y'all are giving it credit for, man. Like I understand.
I'm not tripping.
I understand, Kara. You're not a Stranger Things fan, but this I think is gonna be well. Let me tell you why. So we've already seen what they're willing to do with just kids. Imagine what they're willing to do with adults now. Meaning, we don't have to worry about, if a kid gets slaughtered on screen. Like, we could do that.
But they're still the age that they're supposed to be in this. There's no flash forward in this.
No, it's not flash forward. What do you mean flash? Yes.
I think she's saying that the kids that we knew from episode 1 are now adults, and if Vecna was willing to,
are they adults?
Yes, they adults.
Yes, they're in college.
They are adults. They was teens last season.
Yeah,
they were teens last season. Old girl was already at college last season. And old boy. So I think we're dealing with full on 18-year-olds. And the little sister, I think she's like 15, 16 or 15 to 16. But the rest of them 18 and up, and they probably all around 18 and up.
All right, I might see what happens in the first episode. I might. I'm not promising.
They driving cars now.
I mean, it drops on the 26th, which I think is the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's 27th.
So I mean, I already know I'm pulling up.
You're gonna be in the house anyway. You're gonna be sitting on the couch full and just nothing else to do. You might as well watch. Might as well watch some Stranger Things. Ain't shit else going on.
So Kira, you didn't watch the last season either.
I did.
Okay,
I'm caught up. I'm just like, too much time has passed between then and now, and I'm like, I don't. If y'all really had, it's something weird that they didn't have enough faith in whatever they recorded or wrote to just put this shit out. Why is it taking this long? Like the production on this, the CGI on the back end had better be fucking flawless. That had better be the main reason why y'all took this long to put this out, because it's not the kids. The kids been kidding. They've been putting out whatever they're supposed to be putting out as far as content, acting, yada yada yada. They've been working. What was the hold up?
The hold up has been that other people on the cast had other projects going on. You know, old boy was in Thunderbolts. Old girl, what's her name?
Not eight.
Millie has had other projects since then. And I'm not speaking to all of them. Others may have had other stuff too. I'm just not aware of it. So when you have those type of things that are going on, everybody's schedule has to kind of, I think it was probably scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
But now that everybody is of the age that they're at, I know that last season we watched Vecna killed the fuck out of a whole bunch of people. Just so I'm telling you, now that everybody is an adult, this could be a full-on horror. Each episode could be full-on horror, scare the shit out of you type shit. Like real talk. Like we could see niggas' body parts get dismembered, all of that shit. But I mean, I understand without the having to deal with the fact that this is more of a kid's show. Like everybody is grown up now.
I will predict that we'll lose a cast member, or two of significance.
Who y'all think gonna get got?
I say we lose more than that. What's up?
I think we finally lose Will. I think we lose what's the cop's name? If he ain't, I think he already did, ain't he? I think he sacrificed himself in the last episode, didn't he not, or something like that? I think the cop, Millie Bobby Brown dad.
Hopper.
Yeah, Hopper. I could be tripping about that. I feel like there was some sort of sacrifice that he had that did.
Hopper did that 2 seasons ago, and if you talk about like when they went with the Ray, and then he went into the thing, but Hopper, as far as I know,
he's survived
that. I mean, he's on the cast.
I think Eddie's back. Okay, yeah, you're probably right. I'm probably tripping. I think I'm confused.
Everybody's on the cast. Listen, I have a prediction. I predict we lose damn near the entire thing. Like this is closing out with bloody. Like it's a lot of people gonna die.
I predict that the one that I think will die is going to be Mike. I think Mike's gonna die.
I don't think Mike dies. I think 11 dies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
11 dies. I think that the girl with the red hair dies.
Max.
Max. I think that he dies. I think that he dies.
You think Lucas dies?
I think his mom dies.
I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be a lot of deaths. It's gonna be a lot of deaths. I think Mike winds up alive. I think what's the other dude? The other one. Him. The one that was just up there that's in love with
I forget his name.
He gonna die too. It's gonna be a lot of death.
I don't think it's gonna be that,
bro. Man,
Nah, I don't know about all that.
Man,
Oh shit, they got what's the name from Terminator in this?
Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, Linda. Okay. Yeah, I think that there's gonna be a lot of death. I don't think it's gonna be as much as Ty talking about, but I think that it's gonna be annoying. This is a good time for this to go out. Not the show itself, just the way that they doing this drag out thing, like on Netflix, like this three day event. But once you get finished, you of all people, Ty, once you get done binging it, like you gonna be like, damn, like I gotta wait till Christmas. Just what? This is Netflix. We paid to avoid this.
And it depends on what it is, man. It's a lot. Listen, there's a lot of reasons why shows do a lot of things they do. As long as it doesn't go too, I've already said this. The 2 years is too long. 2 years between episodes, between seasons is too much for a person to recoup that information. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't. I think that needs to stop. But these mid-season finales and things like that, I'm used to those things. I grew up on those things. Like you're talking to the same dude who sat there and watched the series.
Which one? The back
original,
in the 80s version?
The original,
okay.
Yeah, the original. That was like across a span of like 2 months of watching.
Yeah, it was a miniseries.
Yeah, it was a miniseries. So I'm used to those type of deals. So I'm not too concerned with that. I feel like they've had enough time to get this thing right. And that's going to be the biggest critique is, did they get it right?
Yeah.
Does this feel like a real bona fide, because we've already now know what type of time Vector is on. Yeah. We already know what type of time these kids can be, like when you twisting people's heads all the way around their head, it's some stuff. So I just expect that 11 has had time to train. In the trailer that I saw, it looks like she's training and getting stronger, and that only sounds like a clash of titans that could leave a lot of destruction. Is what I'm saying.
Real quick, let me bid Lady Mandalore do. I think she's got to head out to handle a couple things, man. So I appreciate you hanging out just for a few more minutes. Yeah, man. Then thanks again for helping us secure our guests. And more of that. Indeed. Appreciate it.
Bye,
thank you. I missed you, Ty. I missed you too, Vince.
Yeah.
All right, likewise.
Are you coming to thing?
Hey man, don't do that, man.
It's okay. I can't make it. I wanted to go. There's a bunch of shit going on with me right now, and I can't make it.
All right. We'll virtually. We'll get you virtually.
Yeah, no, that's what. I asked. Like, if we can, if y'all can include me on whatever virtual stuff y'all got, I'm there. I'm
gonna tell you what I've been thinking about now that we just watched Vince's video. Why I want to play D&D now?
It's fun.
Why I want to play
it? Fun. It is beyond fun. If you get the right,
Dungeon Master
campaign.
Dungeon Master, yes, thank you. I know somebody. He says himself he's kind of new to it, but the first time that we played with him, tits.
Yo. Can you play it online? Can you play it virtually like this, or do you have to?
Yes. I've been to a few that have done like this.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's fun, bro. It's fun.
Yo, I'm with you, Ty. Let's go ahead and make that happen.
Yeah, that sounds fun, right? I'm excited about that. I haven't played since I was younger.
I'm gonna let Kira get up out of here though, because she's so busy. Thanks again, Miss Keita. Appreciate you. She gonna head on out. Yo, so I guess we got a couple more things to talk about.
All right, what's up?
Well, I guess should I do this now? Nah, I'm not gonna do this now because I want to do this with all the passion of my elements. So I have a goal, just so you know. I plan on giving a monologue of sorts to talk about my experience with Star Trek Deep Space Nine, just revisiting it, because this has made me want to go back and rewatch all of the episodes, because I'm looking at it with a completely different scope now as an adult. who did not really understand necessarily what I was watching as a child. You understand what I'm saying? Like things, it looks so different. Things are so much clearer, and I have such a greater level of respect for the writing of this show. Now that I've had a chance to just re-peer through it, and some of the things I'll touch on, I guess some of the things that I'm probably going to talk about. Well,
hold on.
I think that
hold on.
The writers, obviously, we knew this already, but the writers really did intend on trying to make this show a way to communicate about political issues, religious issues, and all of that stuff that was happening in that time. And the way that they do it is so fascinating to me because they don't do it in such an overt, blatant way. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta use the bathroom. I just gotta pee a little bit, but it ain't. Ouch. I'm sitting there like shaking my legs, like So anyway, that's Stranger Things. Yeah, make sure y'all check that out. Oh, where you at? So my thing is this, like when I watched this as a youth or whatever, I didn't really grasp, like for instance, on Deep Space Nine, as I knew already, was like basically our Star Trek's version of the International Space Station. But I didn't realize it's a space station for a people called the Bajorians. But the Bajorians have been under Kardashian rule for like a long ass time. But because the Starfleet,
did you just call them the Kardashians?
That's what they are. They're the Kardashians.
They're the Cardassians.
They're the Cardassians. Yeah.
No. One is
like the Kim Kardashians.
Yeah, I thought about to say you said the Kardashians. I'm like, hold up. So Kim, Chloe, and all of them pulled up.
Oh, not the No, the Kardashians.
The Kardashians.
The people. Yeah, the Kardashians. Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's like the same.
Calling them the Kardashians. I'm just saying that. I just want to know which one are we talking about here? Like
we're talking about the Kardashians on the ship that are taking over, that took over this area of space.
Okay.
Like, yeah, man. Man, whatever.
Hey, man. Just say. They right when we talk about the right race of people.
All right. Well, anyway, so the Kardashians were basically. Now, what is so funny?
Keep calling them the Kardashians.
That's what they are. They're the Kardashians.
I thought they're the Cardassians.
With
no H. The Cardassians.
Yeah, but you could Kardashian. I mean, you could say that. That's the. I mean,
which are they? I'm asking for reference. Are they the Cardassians or the Kardashians?
They're the Cardassians, but I mean, it's not like if you said Kardashian, they're like, no, do you mean Kim and Chloe? It's like, I mean, the Kardashians, man. The Kardashians. All right. It's just like, all right, let me ask you this. Man, I can't believe you did this, face.
It's called Annunciation.
Right. The Bible, there's a book called Colossians. You call it Colossians. You say that people shouldn't say Colossians.
Colossians. One is a pronunciation. One is an enunciation.
Oh my God.
So what I was saying is it pronounced Kardashian or enunciated Cardassian by you, because you already keep saying Kardashians. Now, if it's the Kardashians, then I want to know if that's the race of people or are they the Cardassians? Which is two different enunciations that I'm using. One is a das, one is a sh.
Oh my God!
Look. I mean, why is that such a big deal? I just want to know which race of people are we talking about. The Kardashians live in California, in Hollywood.
No. So look. Okay, here it is.
What is it?
Oh my God.
What is it? What is it?
What'd I say?
That says what I've been saying the whole time. The Kardashians. You keep saying the Kardashians. You are adding an S. It's not. One, you're adding the H, and one is the Kardashians. The other, you're saying the Kardashians.
Man,
but you know what?
You know what I'm talking about, man. You
whatever.
Man. You trying to be
slick. Cool, man. Cool, man. We'll just, for the sake of this discussion, we'll call them the Kardashians the rest of the show. Man, what? We're the Kardashians, man. Like, where Kim, Chloe, and them?
Whatever, man. I don't know if you turned the mic up or something, but I hear echo. Let me see. I'm trying to find a video of somebody pronouncing it.
Yeah.
I cannot. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again. Anyway, whatever, man. The Kardashians, this race of people. Oh man, I can't believe you did that, man. You made a big deal out of that.
I mean, look.
Well, anyway,
sometimes clarification is needed. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't watching the wrong show.
So these are Kardashians, whatever you want to call them.
Yes, I'm very familiar with Kardashians.
Oh, that's actually one of the things that made me want to rewatch it. So anyway, so they run this station, they ran this people, and it's essentially, it feels to me like a Holocaust type situation. You know, like this is them. Basically, the Federation is coming in like the United Nations to free this people that are in concentration camps. You know, they call them labor camps. And that's their way of kind of, you know, navigating that. I just watched the episode also where they basically addressed the concept of religion. Here's how they did it, which is so fascinating. The Bajorians are the ones that feel like they have this spiritual connection with the universe or whatever, right? Oh, that's the wrong one. Here it is. Boom. And this spiritual connection, for whatever reason, it gives them authority over their area. So Cisco is about to go. By the way, I'm going to talk about Cisco, but Cisco's about to go and have these two Kardashians come to the station to help them put together some sort of device in the wormhole so that they can communicate on both sides of the wormhole. This prophet shows up ahead of time and was like, yo, you can't do that. And he's like, why not? He's like, because the prophet says, the prophecy says that 3 vipers going to show up. And then because of this sword in the sky, the emissary, which is what they call Cisco, because Cisco helped find the wormhole. So they refer to him as a religious figure. And they're like, the emissary is going to us. And they go this whole thing. And he's like, man, whatever, get that shit, whatever, fuck, bullshit. But Kira, the Bajorian on there, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, why you don't believe this stuff? She's like, yo, I don't. She's like, what you call all this stuff? I just call science. So all of this stuff happens. Everything that the prophet says, but the way that they describe it is different. Like, it's like, okay, what y'all call angels, we just call comets. You know, what y'all call gods, we just call aliens. You know, and that's fascinating to me. You know, and I know they addressed that kind of with Marvel, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Coulson and stuff like that. But it's just, as a child, I didn't really grasp. I just saw cool aliens with phasers and, you know what I'm saying, going to different worlds. And I didn't necessarily know all the ins and outs of it. I also am getting, as a father, I'm looking at this through a different lens, watching Cisco as a father of his son. You know what I'm saying? And I love how they did Cisco so right in this freaking show. Like, oh my God. Like, they gave him a whole black family, right? They gave him a beautiful black wife, right? They, even after, you know, years of mourning, they could have set him up with an alien, or they set him up with another black woman. You know what I'm saying? And he's still black. Like, and by black, I mean like culturally black. You know what I mean? Like he do it. He knows how to conduct himself when he's in the when he's with the rest of the crew or when he's with ops. But then he's in the room with his son. And he's like, hey, son, so tell me about, you know what I'm saying? Like this one time he was like, I told you to clean your room. Like he did like this. One of these times he did. And he always keeps a baseball by him, and he's a big baseball fan. And it's just real. It's refreshing just to watch it with new eyes. Even though I recognize like some of the episodes, I'm like, I remember this entire episode, you know, but I'm like, damn, I didn't look at it like that, you know?
I mean, it sounds like you found some similarities between you and Cisco, and now you're
right.
You're seeing it through that type of lens as opposed to a young adult who didn't share any similarities with Cisco other than the fact that y'all are both black. And
right.
I don't know if you had a bald head back then.
No,
but now that is also something else you two share in common is that y'all have both
had balls. He doesn't start with a bald head, but
exactly. Yeah.
But that is a very good point. Like before, I was watching Star Trek as another Star Trek show, and it was great that there was a black man there, but it wasn't really like the sole focus. Now it's like that's everything to me. Like it's like for it to be right after Star Trek: The Next Generation with Picard, and I gotta tell you, Avery Brooks as Benjamin Sisko, I think he wipes the floor with Picard a little bit, bro. I'm sorry. Like after rewatching it, I've got
all right.
You will feel the same way if you're watching the same things I watch.
First of all, no. I watched Deep Space Nine in as a youth and as a young adult. And well, really as a young adult. I wouldn't say a youth, but I was probably my early. Yeah. All right. So I've always appreciated Cisco as a captain and also as you know the main attraction on his show. But until you watch Star Trek: The Next Generation in its entirety, the same way you watch Deep Space Nine in its entirety, there is just some things that when it comes to Picard that is just exceptional. And I'm not saying it's that I'm not saying that it's the acting, because I think both of them are wonderful actors. I just think that the way I think for me, it's hard to compare the two when they have different experiences, right? Cisco's experiences are relegated to a space station. Picard's his is literally hands-on. So, like, for him to have to go out, battle the Borg, get captured, get assimilated, Cisco doesn't have those experiences. He doesn't have those experiences. So it's really hard for me to compare the two in terms of who I think is the better of the two. I like it's just not a fair comparison. Like I just think that like it's just not. Cisco was great at what he did, and Picard is. It's going to be hard to find too many people out there that'll argue that Picard was not the best captain on the best show.
Well,
on the like that's where I'm.
Well, that's where we can kind of like bridge the gap, because technically Cisco's not a captain. You know, he's a commander of a space vessel. It's like a port.
It's a port.
Even though it does have ships.
Yes.
You know, it's got runabouts, it's got the Defiant,
Yeah.
But he technically, unlike Picard, isn't the captain of a ship.
Yes.
Even though he started this one,
Yes.
he ends up being this guy, and then ultimately, end up being admiral. So the thing about it is, I put Sisko over Picard now. First of all, because Sisko had to raise a father while he was working.
Raise a son.
Raise a son while he was working.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's number one. Number two, he beat the shit out of anybody he got in fights with. I don't recall Picard necessarily handling himself in fisticuffs. In fact, Picard gave up pretty easy when the Borg came around. I mean, even though I know they kind of came up behind him.
Did you just say the Borg?
The Borg came around.
The Borg?
So the Borg, the Borg came and got him.
Yo,
they got him.
Wow.
The same Borg fucked with Sisko, is what I'm saying. The same Borg fucked with Sisko on the very first episode, and they killed his wife. Okay, but not Sisko.
Yeah.
All right. Now it didn't, Sisko, he wasn't able to, he did end up having to, he had to evacuate because they're the Borg.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he didn't get kidnapped, took, or none of that. I mean, yeah, he lost his wife, but he wasn't look,
So
if we do a fight scene per fight scene.
So bro, your argument is that he didn't get taken and Picard did get taken, and and the part that you're not gonna allude to or not even talk about is the fact that the Borg came to get specifically Captain Picard because they wanted to assimilate him and have him run their shit because he was so good. Because he was so good at doing running shit.
Okay. All right. Okay. There was that. All right. There was that. But I'm just saying, Sisko, if they had came to get Sisko, even though they didn't, if they did, he wouldn't have got. I know that. I don't know. You're probably wrong, but Sisko had to do a lot of fucked up shit.
Like I said, man, it's not fair to compare the two because it's not a comparison. If you want to elevate your outlook and your opinion of Sisko, that's absolutely fine. You can easily be like, I didn't appreciate him as much as I appreciate him now after seeing the episodes that I saw, and that's cool. Sometimes we do that. Sometimes we grow a greater appreciation for a thing after encountering it more frequently. And I think that's what you're doing is that you now have this new lens that you're seeing through. You're making a lot of your opinion based off of association as well. And that's fine as well. But it is a foregone conclusion and an argument that you'll never win in terms of who is the best captain ever. And if we're doing that, it would be, and I'm just being honest. For me, it would be Picard. I would then go to my man on Strange New World. Strange New World.
Pike. Okay.
Pike. I'm going Pike. Then I would be besmirched if I didn't go with OG James T. Kirk.
Wow.
You got to go with OG James T. Kirk, man. Don't you do William Shatner like that? Are you crazy? But then I would probably go Sisko, and then I may go Janeway at that point.
Oh wow, okay, you put Janeway in there.
She's
I you're right. And I don't, I can't speak to, I know we both Trek folks. Mm-hmm. I can't speak to your recent exposure to the older episodes. I know we've been staying up on the new updated stuff, even from back to J.J. Abrams, but for whatever reason, I seem to vividly remember The Next Generation, but I vaguely remember the Deep Space Nine. Maybe that's because Next Generation came out when I was a little younger, then I started getting a little older, and I was out the house a little bit more. But I remember how excited my dad was about it, and again, I watched it because I did like it, but I had already been exposed to all of the. I mean, I could sit here and talk about not just the Borg, but also that little grease monster that sucked up Commander Tasha and ended up killing her. That had Commander Dina, Troy, Counselor Troy, stuck in the. We can sit here and talk about how there was a parallel universe that they ran into the Enterprise, and but I'm pretty sure that if I go back and watch the Enterprise, the Star Trek Next Generation, I'm gonna see some shit that I'm gonna be like, oh, I didn't know that was fucking, you know what I'm saying, or like, oh, this. But the thing that I realized off rip when I'm watching this one is I did not grasp the high level, the level of significance of that role of Sisko, and just how fierce this dude was. And this dude wasn't like, they try to play him and he be putting them right in their place. And he just, I don't know, man, he just got more swag. It's hard to imagine somebody with more swag than Jean-Luc Picard. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm putting him at the top of my Mount Rushmore right now. Second, I'm gonna put. Oh, damn! Actually,
Pike is kind of swaggy.
Yeah. I was about to
say Pike is kind of swaggy. I can't like dismiss the Pike is swaggy, bro. He's swaggy, like he.
Yeah.
I've been noticing Pike's swag. Pike is.
Yeah.
Pike is cooking. Pike is will throw on the turtleneck. He'll throw on a turtleneck or the jaw. Yo, Pike is swaggy. He's swaggy. He's not Picard swaggy. Picard throwing the Durban in the motherfucker. Like Picard got a different swag. His swag is like, like I came from money swag. He got that old. Like I
was raised on a vineyard.
Got the old man Pike with the Durban, with the scarf thrown around his, you know what I mean, with the overcoat. Yo, he got that kind of swag. He got that Sean Connery swag. You know what I'm saying? That old school smooth swag. But Pike got that swag, that different look, shorty, I'll cook for you. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight for you. You know what I'm saying? I get dapper when I need to get dapper. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like, you know what I'm saying? I got the perfect hair. Like, yo,
so yeah, you're right. Yeah, Pike got the Brio cream, a little dabble, do your shit. But okay, so with Pike, with Picard to an extent, even though he could be a little pushy when he need to be, like, I feel like those two dudes, they, with the exception of maybe what happened with what's the Latina on the bridge name again?
You talking about Strange New Worlds?
Yeah.
You talking about
yeah, you know what I'm talking
about. Starts with a C, I feel like.
I forgot. It was she's a Latina. She's dang.
Yeah, I know.
I forget her name.
I feel like it starts with a C. Right.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, you was talking about so with all of these dudes, they're so smooth. They don't really have to wrestle their crew because they have crews that are dedicated to them. Sisko is thrust in the middle of a civil war, of which he has people on the space.
Ortegas.
Yeah, I mess with Ortega. She's dope.
Yeah, Ortega.
But Cisco is thrust in this world where he has to navigate between a civil war. He's now on a newly freed spaceship that's being used as a political tool to balance between a race of folks that wants to keep one captivity and a race of folks that just wants to be free and are willing to fight for their freedom and just did fight for their freedom. And on his ship, he's got both of those factors. One of his both he's got a member of his crew is Bajorian, and then some people that work at his in the what they call it, the whatever the promenade, they that are Cardassian, all right. And so he has to wrestle. Like a lot of times he'd be like, "We've been given orders to what?" But the Bajorian, and he'd be like, "Listen, I told you to." And he, like Cisco be having to be like, "Look, we're going to go to the Kardashians over in the veteran sector, and that is final. Now, do we have a problem?" You know what I'm saying? Like he be having to do that shit like all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like Kurt, like everybody else didn't have to deal with that. Everybody was so subordinate, you know, it's for the vast majority of the time. Like this dude has to wrestle his crew so often, you know, because of the political factions and everybody around him, like the people on the planet, the prophets are, they swear to God he's a god. And he's like, no, the fuck, I ain't no god. His son, oh my God. His son, he has to deal with his son dating. And he was, I don't know if you remember, he started dating what they call a Dabo girl, which is essentially kind of like, they're making it seem like she's a stripper, but she's really just one like a girl who, you know, like brings you your chips at the poker table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's really all she really is. Yeah. But like she's 20, he's 16. You know what I'm saying? He's got to navigate all that and then go and fend off a bunch of Jem'Hadar Dar. He's got to sit in the middle of this portal. He don't know what's gonna come out the other end of this wormhole. And they don't even got like a big ass starship, but they can fit 6 of them there. I don't know, man. I just the dynamics between what it is that Cisco has to do as the head of that vessel, as opposed to what a Federation starship that's out exploring has to do. It just the weight of it has hit me while we're watching this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the first episode is him and Picard. It was Picard as Locutus that fired on the vessel that killed Cisco's wife. Yeah. And then they went and brought this nigga back, gave him his job back. Yeah. Put him right back where he was. Even though he still had Borg stuff in his brain, no distrust. Like Cisco had the wherewithal to be like, yeah, okay. I guess we're just gonna pretend like you didn't just have a whole Borg inside, and we're just gonna give you the keys to everything. All right. I mean, we're cool, but I'm gonna go this way. You go your way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And for the writers to be like, yeah, we're gonna keep that dynamic. Like Cisco don't fuck with Picard. You know, he killed his wife when he was a Borg member. Like Picard don't have that kind of backstory. You know, his love with Count the Deanna and the secret child that, you know, miss me. Like I'm right now, I have just completely had a newfound view, and this isn't even the talk, because this is just me speaking. I have a monologue. Like I'm ready. Yeah. Like I have a whole thing, because I even see where they predicted Shohei Ohtani. They predicted Shohei Ohtani in Star Trek. They had a dude. There's a dude named Buck Bokai, who's an Asian dude who Cisco basically describes him as the best player of all time. You know what I'm saying? And
so that's the prediction. All right,
Shohei just happens to be out right now. You know, and Bokai was a rookie in 2015. Shohei was a rookie in 2013, technically 2018 in the States. And so, but I mean, they could have chosen African, they could have chosen an Eskimo, they could have chosen Indian, they could have chosen alien. They chose an Asian guy. And I think it's because around the time these came out, Matsui, Ichiro, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's a lot of predictions, but I see you're you dozing off a little bit.
I'm not. This is my eyes normally, bro. But ultimately, like I said before, I can't wait to hear your monologue. But just be prepared because it's clear. It's just clear. It's like I said, it's a clear cut. Like it's easy to make a point valid when you exclude a lot of information from the different. And the reason I say that is because your validity is going on based off of all of the stuff that Jean-Luc Picard doesn't have, and it's not addressing all of the stuff that he did have. There was a reason why he didn't have kids. It was because all he did was be a captain of the Enterprise. He literally spent his entire career developing a name for himself, so much renowned that yes, this nigga was made into a Borg, and they took pieces out of him and left 4 pieces in him, and still was like, "Yep, that'll about do it. Give me this position back." But that it just tells you so much when an alien race who was supposedly supposed to be so far superior is like, we need to have this nigga on our side.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Like, that tells you everything you need to know. When the alien race that everybody says is the superior race comes up and they like, this dude is so formidable, we want him. And we're gonna go get him. Yeah, so
that is saying something. I mean, the only thing that has on Cisco is that it was the Borg, and that the Borg was so feared. I mean, I could say the same about Cisco. He has races that consider him a god as well.
Yes.
And he even presides over gods on his well, what some perceive as gods, or at least what they call the founders.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, my monologue isn't about Cisco versus Picard though.
Okay.
It's really just about how Star Trek, I believe, successfully predicted a lot of things that we have seen since almost to the date. Almost to the date.
Oh, this would be interesting.
Yeah. Like, I mean, and I just gave you one illustration.
Yeah.
Of how it almost to the T, like some of this stuff was done. But on that note, man, let me let you get a nap in, old man, because
Nigga, that's when that medicine hit, you know it's old folks. That medicine hit, boy. You gotta
nah, man, appreciate you, man. But we'll get up on this a little bit later. Also, by the way, Ty will be pleased with me saying this. If you happen to be a fan of baseball, like Captain Cisco was, then Ty and I on occasion, and sometimes myself on occasion, we do talk about it during the week. So if you should want to feel so inclined, definitely feel free to pull up, and we could talk about that in addition to some of that. And I tend to like to make nerdy references about baseball as I do it, but at the same time, I mean, like Yvette Nicole Brown said, what she said, listen, man, being a nerd is just loving something so much. Right? So that's what we'll check out. So yeah, man, appreciate you pulling up. If you're watching this on the replay or if you're watching it on Sunday, thank you. Leave comments still, like, share, be your authentic self and all that. Deuce.
The new Blurred Order is one of my favorite places to visit. I hope you'll join us next time.